This is a classic problem for using systems of equations to solve word problems. And when you do this one, again, you always start by defining what your variables are to use a system of equations. So in this case, our variables are quarters and dimes. So we say x equals the number of quarters and y equals the number of dimes. It's always a good idea to write down what your variables represent so you don't forget and you can go back and check your work later. So whenever you do these types of problems, often there's going to be what we refer to as a value equation and a total number of equation. In this case, we're talking about coins, so we think about a total number of equation would be the total number of coins. Well, that is 29. He has 29 coins. So you'd say x plus y equals 29. That is a pretty simple equation to come up with. Pretty easy to see where it comes from. It's a total number of coins equals 29. And the second equation, though, is a value equation. And that says we need a certain combination of them that add up to 29, but that their value is $4.70. So we need to change x, the number of quarters, into a value. Well, that can be done by multiplying the number of quarters by 0.25 because a quarter is worth, it has value of 25 cents or $0.25. So we do 0.25x plus, well, dimes are worth 0.1 or 10 cents, and so we multiply by 0.1 y, and that equals $4.70. And now we want to solve this by using a system of equations. And there's a couple ways you could go through and do this. The way I'm going to do it is I'm just going to multiply this top equation by either negative 0.25 or negative 0.1. It doesn't matter which one you do. You could also multiply the bottom equation by a few different things, but it doesn't matter. So I'm going to multiply by negative 0.1 because I think that's a little easier. And so that gives me negative 0.1x plus negative 0.1y equals negative 2.90. So now when I add the two equations together, I get 0.15x. That cancels, which was the goal of elimination. And you end up with, well, $1.80 on the right side. So now we divide both sides by 0.15, and we find out that x equals 12. And so x was a number of quarters, and so the number of quarters is 12. Well, if we got 12 quarters, and how many dimes do we have? That's got to be, well, plug in 12 there, and you get 12 plus y equals 29. And so y has to equal 17. So the number of dimes is 17. And you could go through and check yourself. 12 quarters is equal to $3. 17 dimes is equal to $1.70. $3 plus $1.70 is $4.70. And thus, you've got the right answer.